Hello everyone, I'm Randy Floyd and you're watching episode 1 of the Ask Midwest Anxiety Show.
When this life gets a little tough, the people start to run. Well, don't you just walk away, that's when I'll say, well, don't give up.
So wow, I'm here at Prairie Fire in Overland Park, and wow, sitting out here by the fire pit, having some coffee, the first episode of Ask Midwest Anxiety. So happy to start this. What a beautiful early February day. It's about 40 degrees outside, sitting by the fire pit, just enjoying the day here at Prairie Fire. One of my favorite places to come. If you haven't visited Prairie Fire, Pinstripes and Coco Bolos and Rock and Brews, and great stores around here, a lot of great stores. Very excited about bringing you the Ask Midwest Anxiety Show. It's all about answering your questions. It's all about trying to bring you as much value as possible to help you manage the everyday struggles that you might have in your life, and also have you understand that there's more than struggles, that there are many wins in our life, that we all have strengths, and for us to focus on those strengths. So really excited about this first episode of the Ask Midwest Anxiety Show. I hope that this is going to really take off and be good for people. My goal is really for it to bring extreme value to you in a variety of ways. We can't go deep into everyone's situations. I mean, everyone has a different context of things that they struggle with in their life. My hope, though, is to give you little nuggets, just little nuggets for you to start thinking about. I heard Randy saying that, and how might I be able to apply that in my life? I'm also going to give you lots of resources, a whole lot of resources for you then to kind of go and take a peek at. So I'm excited. How about we get into the show?
What is cognitive behavioral therapy?
Fantastic question. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is what I believe I live my everyday life by. I think cognitive behavioral therapy is a way of life. I tell people that every day. It's not just for those people that are in therapy, guys. Listen to me. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a roadmap for you to be able to manage just the everyday struggles that we have, both small and the larger, and get the most value out of your day. Cognitive behavioral therapy looks at 3 things. Your thoughts, so how are you thinking? Your feelings, how are you feeling? And your behaviors, what are you doing? And the CBT drills down into each of those areas and really looks for ways that you may be distorting and being negative in each of those areas, and really helps you be able to drill down, look at that, and then build some skills around that, and focuses on building skills and thoughts, feelings, behaviors. The idea is if you can build skills in one of those areas, then the other areas follow in suit. They're really all interconnected together. And so I know, I think I learned 3 things in school, and that was thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Cognitive behavioral therapy is really what I use in my everyday life. I would totally encourage you to use it look it up. The Client's Guide to Cognitive Behavioral Therapy by Aldo Pucci, I think is a huge resource. That's where maybe I would start with learning more about CBT, is that book by Aldo Pucci, because I think if you read that book, you'll be able to start to learn just the basics of how people think, how they feel and what they do, and how sometimes when those are unbalanced, that can get you in states of depression or anxiety or whatever else it would be. So the Client's Guide to Cognitive Behavioral Therapy by Aldo Pucci, go check it out. Hopefully that helps.
Midwest Anxiety is a community-based program. does that mean?
Another great question on this first episode. You can clearly see I'm coming out of the gate with some of my favorite questions and things I can answer. Things I can answer pretty easily to get started here. Community-based therapy, that's something that we do at Midwest Anxiety. So community-based therapy, what we really believe is two things. That we want to see people in their natural states. We want to observe them for who they are. We don't want them to put a filter up. We don't want them to be someone who they're not. The second thing is we want to help people develop skills in their everyday life, in the places that they work, they play, they go to school. And so we want to see them in their most natural states, and we want to help them directly in those environments. So we are a community-based program. What that means is that we get to go into those places where people live and work and play, and then we get to help them develop those skills in those everyday situations. So instead of you coming to us in the office, guess what? We're mobile. Put your feet up. Put your feet up. That's right. Hey, put your feet up. Why? Because we're coming to you. We're coming to you. You don't have to come to us. You don't have to hire a babysitter. You don't have to do any of that stuff. We're coming to you because we want to see you in your natural state. We want to see who you are. We want to see you at your most comfortable times. Just see who you are, and then we want to apply those skills in those places in your life. So we'll initially start with you in your home, and then if our treatment plan suggests and recommends it, we'll go out in the community. We may go to the mall, we may go to a restaurant, who knows where we'll go. We really like to be individualized to each person that we're working with and be as creative as possible. Hey, if you have trouble at bedtime, going to bed, hey, we'll come over and help you at bedtime. Or if your kid has trouble, yeah, parents, you know this, if your kids have trouble at bedtime, we'll come over and we'll help you develop those skills at bedtime, both for the children and the parents. So anyway, community-based, our program's community-based. We want to see you in your most natural state, and then we want to apply those specific skills in those environments that you live in.
If you could give everybody one skill, what would it be?
Wow, another great question. Super skill, kind of like a superpower, but a super skill. Guess what, guys? There's only one number one super skill. One number one super skill, and that's self-awareness, baby. Self-awareness. Being able to know who you are, being able to know your thoughts, being available to know your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors in the environments that you're in. Just really being in touch with yourself and knowing who you are, acknowledging and accepting your struggles, and really appreciating your strengths. Just totally knowing who you are, and guess what? What I love about self-awareness and what I help people with self-awareness is rather than going out and controlling your environment, because, sometimes it feels really difficult to just be able to go out and control the environment. Like, I love like 110 degree weather. I mean, I can't just tell whoever's controlling this weather right now, whoever it is, hey, control the weather, I can't say, hey, turn it up to 115 degrees. Can't do that. Can't do it. So I've got myself to be able to say, all right, I'm not really a cold weather person. I'm really not. I get bummed out when I'm cold out. So how can I make myself, when it's cold outside, when it's the winter months, how can I still rock life, right? How can I just be awesome during these winter months? And so self-awareness is really knowing yourself and your environment, not controlling your environment, but being able to know yourself enough to be able to change and adjust in those environments. So rather than controlling the environment, really work on the things that you have that bother you and being able to adjust those. So I hope that's really helpful. Self-awareness is the number one super skill. Just being able to know yourself and learning that you are awesome. Awesome. That you're awesome. You're awesome. Hey, you're awesome. Hey, you're awesome. Hey guys, it's getting hot in here, but it's also going to get hot on that YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe now to get this episode and many, many other episodes of Ask Midwest Anxiety. Hey, listen, I got to tell you a little something. We're on fire. We're on fire here. Get it? We're on fire. This show's on fire. It's on fire, guys. Hey, this show's on fire. It's on fire.